I wasn't able to stop too long at this place, but I was able enough to get a good enough shot of it to show it and what I wanted to do. And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna be trying to get out there at night, see what I get from this place. And I wanted to show this place because this place is exactly, I want to say, directly across from the area where I saw my experience with a shadow figure man. I'm gonna go with a shadow figure man. But what had happened to this place, I might just go down there Monday morning and see if I can get over there, do a little bit more. But I wanted to show the road and this place and why I'm bringing this up of, you know, it being maybe there's two things I can think of that made these 4 kids that graduated from high school speed was the factor. But looking at the road today, like I did, I'm gonna shut this off at the volume. I'm gonna pause it right here. Oh shit. Hang on, I gotta get a good shot. Right here. Now, here's the road. This is Roller Coaster Road. This is in between Speck Pond and the graveyard my man Dave from Vermont had told me about. Not only, like I said before, there's this road haunted very badly. 2 dead bodies were disposed of along the stretch of road. Now there is a hump that goes on this road that if you go very fast over, you could launch your car off enough, at least 2-3 feet in the air. But I do not think it's this hump here. But this is where the section of the crash site there took place of the 4 young high school students that just graduated and was getting ready to go off to college, but supposedly took themselves a joyride on Roller Coaster Road. I don't know if it was to celebrate but like I said, no alcohol, no drugs were a factor in this. They just say speed. But I'm about to wonder if they encountered the dark-figured man that I did. Because, like I said, this hump in the road is not, steep enough for you to launch your car to lose control. Wah! That just sucked. Wind in the face. And what I can't understand, unless they saw a dead body of a woman that was thrown off to the side, spirits still lingering, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, they were driving along this road, got up speed. Who knows how fast they were going, but as we turn here, get this set up so it's right there. Somehow they managed to hit this tree. There's, as you can see, the reflectors on it. And that's where they crashed and died instantly. But, like I said, showing you the way of the road of the other way, and the hill not having that steepness to make you launch your car, to hit your front wheels, to lose control. What in God's name made them lose control to smack up into this tree? Because if you're going to go up that hill, unless the kid that was driving punched it because they were going up an incline in the hill, that's the only thing I can think of. But what would make him lose control? Unless he was joking around to scare the girls he was with. But I think it was 2 girls and 2 boys. Maybe, I could be wrong. I forgot about it. I haven't looked it up in a while, but I have wanted to cover this story. And I do want to get back here at night and, just to asked the question to the spirits if there was any dark-figured man that had jumped out in front of him. Now, like I said, maybe I think a boy was driving. Maybe he jerked the wheel to scare the girls as going up in the incline to punch the gas a little more to get more speed. Who knows? We'll never know. But if that is that, and I'm gonna push it back this way, like say so here, and straight across the highway, right throughout the woods, because Route 2 is right off to the, right across that fence, probably 100 to 300 yards. Goddamn wind. From the crash site. But if in hell's sakes that figure made its way over to this section and jumped out on that side of the road and spooked them, bang, and hit the tree, because that would make sense. That would make sense. The damn dark figure coming out of them woods. Because if you go, I say it's going north. It is going north that way. Route 2 is here, and east is right, left is west, north. It's going straight across the highway. But if that thing had made it across the highway onto this road and ran out and jumped like it did to my father that night back in 1979 and just stood there and did its stance and jumping, that would honestly make me think that they would whip to the right to dodge the friggin' dark figure from hitting it. And then boom, hit the tree. Say so what if there was someone out that night traveling that road, seen them coming up, and just literally jump out and scare the crap out of them and make them crash and then leave like nothing ever happened. Or they could have been driving, at night, like this car over here, right? Hey, wait a minute. What if it was, that? It could have happened, sick, demented, like this. Whip to the friggin' left. Coming towards the other cars, make them wanging up in the tree, whatever the case may be. I just can't see. The only thing I can see is why they crashed into that tree. And the only thing I can say and see was because of the simple fact that if there was no dark figure, if there was no man or a dismembered body or something coming out to spook them like along the side of the road, the only thing I can think of is that kid that was driving purposely jerked the wheel and then lost control to scare the people in the car. Now, if he was not like that, and if people knew him not to be a jokester like that, well, hey. But you got to think of scenarios that would make sense. And two of them to me is, well, three of them. Can't say 2, 3. Either someone waved into their friggin' lane because they were coming flying back, coming eastbound in, whipped in there, played a little chicken, knocked them off the side of the road because they seen them, coming up. There are sick people like that, or the dark-figured man hopped out of the road. Or, it's the only thing I can think of. Them 3 things. Them are my thoughts and theories on this poor tragedy. It's sad to say that, it sucks to say that these kids went through this dilemma like that and lost their lives, and you can't help having a little fun at night. But if that's the case, and just want to zoom it back right there, and watching that come up and all unfold right there. That hill ain't steep enough to make the car lose control or any type of friggin' ordeal. There's as you can see back further, that hill right there, I believe that is the hill that if you speed fast enough, you can jet off of that a good 3 feet in the air. And when you come up that hill, man, you can think if that kid was stepping on it to get more speed and momentum, because that hill is steep enough to slow you down. And then he sped up. Them are the only 3 thoughts and theories that I can think of that made them smash into that tree. So, them are my thoughts and theories. I want to, of course, pay my respects, give a moment of silence. No parent should have to bury their kids that just graduated from high school and ended up wanting to go to college, and all of a sudden, something comes out like that. Either a dark figure man too, or someone walking that road. So there could be 4 types of things. 4. Someone just literally walking that night. But that road right there, I tell you, holds a lot of dark secrets. Has a dark past. Murderers drove down that road and dumped bodies off on this friggin' road. So you can just imagine who still travels to this day. It will always be a mystery. It will always be keeping everybody in the mind thinking what really happened that night. 4 scenarios. Them are my thoughts and theories. Be safe, take care. Like I say, people, you don't know what the hell's out there and what could have really happened to this. But I would like to get out there one night and do a little seance type thing. See if I can communicate with the dead there and them 4 students with my experience and ask them what really happened that night. I want to know what happened that night. Did something jump out? Did someone try to play chicken? Or did the kid just, goofed around, spun the wheel, trying to scare the other kids, and lost control? I would really love to solve that mystery. Because to me, there's something more there that happened than just a speed factor, I think. Because I travel this road a lot every day, and I like to go down this road and just, try and reenact what I could see on it. And I tell you, my wife sometimes yells at me because I'm sitting there bombing down the road myself. But I could lose control any minute, bang, hit a tree, I'm dead. But sometimes I like to try and reenact something to see. And that's the only thing I can think of, them 4 scenarios. So, and I've even traveled this road at night, put on the high beams. If I do happen to drive down this road at night, I put on my high beams. If there's any spirits out there to see that, I want to see if they're going to jump out in front of me. And I do it on purpose. And sometimes when I do go down this road at night, I drive very slow. Very slow. So I want to see what the hell's out there is, right? Because you never know. You can never disclose anything, I tell you. But them are my thoughts and theories on this. If you ever go down there on Roller Coaster Road, you see them reflectors on the tree that I showed. If you got time, stop. Share your moment of silence and pay some respect. Till that next video, be safe, take care, beware, out.